Welcome to the LBS Financial Credit Union Pyramid as Long Beach State men's volleyball takes on Jessup. I'm Bruce Kuntz alongside JayDe Beaudry, and you are listening to 22 West Radio, broadcasting live at 88.1 FM KKJZ HD3 Long Beach. This is the final non-conference tune-up for Long Beach State as they look to finish strong before Hawaii comes to the Pyramid next week to open up Big West action.
It's the first night of a back-to-back here in the Pyramid as Long Beach State hosts Jessup, and it's clear that Long Beach State are back to business as usual. Riding a 3-game win streak, they were able to serve Penn State out of the gym last week, and it's clear that's going to be the focus for Long Beach State tonight.
Long Beach feels like they're back on track, and they're going to be playing a program in Jessup that's in their first year in the NPSF and only their second year overall as a program. So this is a budding team over on the other side of the net, but it's still a program that's on the rise.
On the rise is absolutely right. Last year, Jessup went 15-9, and they were the champions of the NCCAA, the National Christian Collegiate Athletic Association. And they returned most of the key pieces from last year's roster. For Jessup, look out for a hot start. They may be unmatched against the number 2 team in the country, but they certainly have the talent to make this match uncomfortable.
Long Beach in all white on their home floor as starters are being introduced. Jessup in all navy blue. Take you through the starters for Long Beach State. Skylar Varga starting at outside alongside Alex Kondev as the usual. Jackson Christ starting at middle blocker alongside Braden Marquardt. Ben Braun in street clothes on the bench, so it appears he'll be out, and Marquardt steps back into the lineup after he had a good performance against BYU. Kellen Larson, the starting libero. Dane Hillis also in the starting lineup as the other libero for Long Beach State. See how much action he gets. Jake Bazanti starts at setter, and Wojciech Gajek, the true freshman, at opposite once again. For Jessup, they've got Colin Marks in as the starting setter. His brother Logan Marks, the starting libero. Middle blocker pairing Clement Osahan Jr. and Owen Henning. The hitters Jonas Mueller, Jacob Knudsen, and Jan Wopush. Jessup comes in having lost 3 straight games. Long Beach has won 3 straight, so the Beach certainly the favorites on their home floor, but Jessup will try to play spoiler on the first half of a back-to-back.
As we said, Jessup certainly have the talent to make some noise. They've already taken sets this season off of nationally ranked opponents in UC San Diego, Pepperdine, and BYU. This may be the first time they've raced the Pyramid. It certainly won't be their last. They're hoping to make a statement tonight against the Beach.
Owen Henning, the sophomore middle blocker for the Warriors, is serving to get us underway, and this one's going. Larson passing the back row, Bazanti underneath. Goes to Varga on the left side, and the Beach have a kill right away to get the action started.
That's no surprise it comes from Skylar Varga. He had 11 against Penn State last week, the leader on this team in kills, and he is A1 from the jump to get the Beach on the board first.
1-0 Long Beach State, and Jackson Christ will serve. The true freshman is the Big West leader in blocks per set. Also top 10 in the nation in aces per set. Serves this one into the net. He's an aggressive server and is willing to sacrifice some of those errors for the production that he, especially as of late, has started to produce from behind the service line.
Career high 5 aces against Penn State. The first one doesn't go his way, but we're going to see a lot of Jackson Christ and that trademark tongue dangle from behind the service line tonight.
Jonas Mueller serving next, freshman hitter for Jessup. Gets this one across. Larson pass right up to Bazanti at the net. Rip set to the middle. Marquardt gets dug out in the back row by Marks. They set to the left side. Knudsen. The dig goes back across the net from Varga. They go back to Knudsen again. Roll shot gets roofed down. Braden Marquardt gets way up above the net and sends it back into the floor.
Jacob Knudsen, the junior outside, stands just 6'2", and he is absolutely rejected by Braden Marquardt, making his first start here in the Pyramid and only his second of the season.
Marquardt had 4 blocks last time out against Penn State after coming in off the bench. Had a pair of aces as well. Jake Bazanti serving now for the Beach. Pass in the back row from Wopush. They set to the left side for Knudsen again. He hits line and Bazanti can't dig it out. It's 2-2.
This time Knudsen splits the double block, is able to find just a little bit of space between Wojciech Gajek and Braden Marquardt and tie up this first set at 2 apiece.
Jacob Knudsen to serve now. Transfer from Moorport College. Serves it into the net. Beach back ahead by 1 off the service error.
And it's worth saying here early that no team can afford to have those service errors pile up against Long Beach State, the best serving team in the nation, and especially with a man like Skylar Varga behind the line, one of the best servers individually in Division I volleyball.
Serves this one over. A pass is almost out of bounds. What a save for Jessup to keep it alive from their setter Marks. Varga steps into set here. Kondev into a triple block. Gets denied, but Marquardt keeps it up. Pass from Larson in the back row. Going back to Kondev. He hits to the back row and gets it down. A roll shot with a lot of topspin from Alex Kondev finds the floor. was a great effort from Jessup. Colin Marks had to fall all the way into the scorer's table to even keep that point alive.
I mean, incredible for Jessup to extend that rally, and that's what they're going to need to do all night long against the Beach. Make sure Long Beach has to work for every point. Jessup certainly capable of getting active hands to the ball.
Skylar Vargas serves again, pass in the back row. Marks sets quick to the middle, but it's another roof. Alex Kondev and Braden Marquardt up above the net. It's Kondev who caught most of that one. Osahan Jr. couldn't get it through.
And Osahan, one of the most efficient hitters in Division I men's volleyball. Just took a little bit of power off his swing. Seeing the block, he can't afford to get hesitant tonight with all the power that's in his arm.
3-0 scoring run for Long Beach State. Vargas serves again, this time too strong. Tried to go back for Wopush, who he served at the last couple, but this time flies it beyond the back line. It'll send the middle blocker we just mentioned, Clement Osahan Jr. back behind the line. One of a couple Concordia Irvine transfers on this Jessup roster. Osahan serves across, pass from Varga. Pazanti just inside the 10-foot line. Goes to the left side for Kondev. Off a tip, it's dug out back row by Knudsen. Osahan passes way over the net, but the Beach have a miscommunication. That ball looked like it was close to landing out of bounds, but Wojciech Gajek, right before it landed, stuck his hand in there. So it's a free point for Jessup.
That ball was way out, and I think Jake Pazanti was telling Woj to get out of the way. Gajek didn't hear his setter, and it's an unforced error for the Beach.
Clement Osahan Jr. to serve again. Jessup trailing 4-5. Pass from Varga. Pazanti sets over to Gajek, and he hits cross court inbounds. So Wojciech Gajek gets the rhythm right back, and the Beach move ahead by 2.
And that's more like what we're used to seeing out of Jake Pazanti and Wojciech Gajek. A D-set in a phone booth over to the opposite, and it goes straight down and into the stands.
Braden Marquardt to serve now. 2 aces after entering off the bench against BYU. It's another one here. Braden Marquardt starts us off right, and the Beach are ahead 7-4.
Braden Marquardt picks up exactly where he left off against Penn State in the first multi-ace game of his Long Beach State career. He doesn't have a lot of power in his serve, but he gets it over the net, and he knows how to pick his spots in the back row.
That's right, those 2 aces came against Penn State. Serves another one over here. A pass is going towards the stands, and they just do get it across on a free ball. Pazanti quick to the middle, and Jackson Chris slams it down. The Beach are working well right now. First, the serve from Marquardt had Jessup all kinds of out of system. It was a free ball from back beyond the back line from Wopush, and then the Beach right in system get a kill for Christ.
And like that we just saw in the rally, it's when Jessup are out of system, Beach will feed the middle, quickest and easiest set on the floor.
Marquardt serves in the net. Jessup gets a point back, but it's still 8-5 Beach. Colin Marks, the junior setter, now to go for the Warriors. Is the other Concordia Irvine transfer alongside Osahan Jr. Marks serves just low across it, but Larson passes up to Pazanti. Left side, Kondev goes cross court and gets it in again, targeting Knudsen in the back row, and he couldn't sprawl out to his left in time.
Alex Kondev started against Penn State, was not able to finish, coming off of a sickness that kept him out for the Concordia series. He's looking a lot better already tonight. Excellent swing right above the double block.
Wojciech Gajek to serve now. Has been a star for Long Beach State as a true freshman at opposite. And he's got an ace to start off his time tonight from behind the service line.
Wojciech Gajek, 8 aces on night 1 against Concordia, none on night 2. And he had a pair against Penn State. He's the rubber band man there behind the service line. Just elastic in the way he whips his arm around the ball. And here he serves again. It's 10 serving 5.
6'6" and serves into the net this time. But Wojciech Gajek, as athletic as anybody on this roster and has all kind of wingspan, uses it to his advantage both as a server and hitting at opposite.
That's what's kept him on the floor over these past few games, that pure athleticism, and he also has some excellent volleyball IQ.
Jan Wopush serves now for Jessup, tips the tape, but Varga passes up to Pazanti. Set goes to Gajek, and he slams it right down. There's been a few attacks for Long Beach State so far in this first set that Jessup not only has not been able to dig out, but they haven't even had anybody in the area. That was another one there where Gajek just looked too easy.
And Gajek's ears must have been burning hearing us talk about him. Lays down another highlight here in set 1.
11-6 Long Beach State. Alex Kondev spins the ball high in the air, roll serve into the bottom half of the net. It's the 5th service error already for Long Beach State.
And Jessup only has 7 points.
7 serving 11. Owen Henning back behind the line again. Was an NCAA first-team All-American last year. Varga receives it in the back row. Pass from Pisanti over to Gayak, and he gets roofed down. The Beach were out of rhythm that time, and right at the right pin, it's Osahan Jr. puts it back into the floor.
That's Osahan Jr. just getting hands at the net. Wojciech Gayak got caught behind the 10-foot line. He ran a bit too early on Pisanti's set. Couldn't get his toes off the Terraflex in time. Swung it right into the tape and the block.
Owen Henning serves again. Pass from Larson. Pisanti right at the net. Goes for Varga. Power angle is down. A good set from Pisanti, and Varga didn't have anyone to meet him above the net. It's 12-8 Beach.
And the distribution from Jake Pisanti has been excellent here through 20 points. Only the second time he's looked Skylar Varga's way, and it's 2 kills for the Canadian.
Jackson Chris to serve for Long Beach State. Pass in the back row from Wopush. Set quick to the middle for Osahan. A rip set converts to a kill. Long Beach was caught off guard.
And it's the 2 top scorers on this Jessup team, both getting involved in that rally, in Wopush and Osahan Jr. Osahan from the middle whips his arm around above the net. So hard to read where he's going to place the ball. It's an excellent kill, his second on 3 swings.
9 serving 12. Wopush puts it over. Larson, pass to Pisanti. He goes quick set to Varga, who tips it over with the left hand. A swim move above the net, and Varga uses the offhand to push it into the front corner. It's another kill for number 4 in white.
Osahan and Marks aren't the first blockers to be fooled by that move, and they certainly won't be the last. That's a Skylar Varga trademark swim move, switching hands midair and putting it right into the soft spot.
3 kills on 3 swings for Varga to open up the match. Jake Pisanti serving now for the Beach, tips the tape, but it's passed by Knudsen. Set goes over to the right side, hitting the line. Mueller gets dug out. Pisanti goes over to Varga again, and he's got another one. Hitting cross court to the back right corner. Skylar Varga elevates over the blockers yet again.
And if you can't stop him, why not keep feeding him? Skylar Varga again beats the blockers to the net. And that's all thanks to Kellen Larson locking down the line. The Beach in system, in rhythm, up by 5.
Jake Pisanti holds the ball on his right hip, flips it out in front of him, serves across Knudsen, an errant pass, and that's going to go for an ace. Knudsen couldn't keep it up high enough for Marks to get there. Jake Pisanti has his first ace, and will hit the media timeout at 15-9, Long Beach State.
Jake Pisanti's 15th ace of the season puts the Beach up 15-9, and it's all working right now for Long Beach State when they get the ball over the net. Only 9 points for Jessup, 5 of them off service errors from the Beach. The Beach can certainly look to put this first set away later on here in set 1 with a bit of cleaner serving behind that line.
Long Beach State hitting 6:15 to open up the first set. We'll be right back on 22 West Radio. Long Beach State ahead 15-9 to open up the first set, and it's been great efficiency on the Long Beach State attack.
Long Beach State siding out Jessup at 80% here to start set number 1, hitting 6:15. The offense is firing on all cylinders thanks to Jake Pisanti. 8 assists for the setter already.
Pisanti is back behind to serve, sent us into the media timeout with an ace. Flips the ball out in front of him, hits it over. It's passed in the back row by Jessup. Now it's a set that's too late to find Osahan. So Jessup got themselves out of system there. Osahan jumped up for a rip set, and instead it was a slower run from Marks, and the ball lands on the Warrior side.
It was good from Wopush to get it up to Marks, but Marks was fading away towards the 10-foot line, and the set was dead on arrival to the middle.
Jake Pisanti to serve again, 16 serving 9 in set 1. Pisanti hits over. It's passed by the libero. Marks goes to the right side. Attack from Mueller gets dug out by Pisanti. Right side, Wojciech Gayak finds the line. Cross court from the right pin. It lands just to the right side of Wopush. It's another kill for Wojciech Gayak, and the Beach attack looks unstoppable.
And Wojciech Gajek specifically looks unstoppable. Gets that ball right to the coffin corner. Nothing Wopush could have done about it as he finds himself on his knees and out of luck.
17-9 Long Beach State. Well in control of set one. Jake Pizzanti serves again. Wopush errant pass. It's almost out of bounds. Free ball does get across from Mueller. Pizzanti at the net. Quick set to the middle. And Braden Marquardt brings the hammer down. Long Beach State is working great on the attack.
Braden Marquardt playing in only his 5th match this season, but he is poetry in motion above the net. Swimming in midair, putting it straight down. Beach up to their largest lead of this set so far.
Marquardt, another one of those freakish athletes on this Long Beach State team. Jake Pizzanti serves too strong out of bounds, so that ends the 6-0 scoring run. Beach still ahead 18-10.
And still an 8-point lead, and Jake Pizzanti offering a consistent presence behind the service line. Jessup before this next serve, just taking a moment to catch their breath. For the Warriors, it has to feel like there's an opponent operating at 100 miles an hour on the other side of the net. They need to do anything to slow the Beach down here.
Jacob Knudsen, the junior, serves. Pass from Varga. Pizzanti quick to the middle for Marquardt. He got blocked. And they're going to call a violation, though, against Clement Osahan.
Osahan broke the partition below the net. His feet landed on the Long Beach side. And he's staring up at the score, realizing the Warriors now face a 9-point deficit.
Beach have won 6 of the last 7 points. Skylar Varga serving for Long Beach State. Pass in the back row, errant from Mueller. Get it over towards Wopush, dug out by Varga. Pizzanti going for Gajek. He swings off the blockers and out of bounds. Wojciech Gajek up to 4 kills on the night.
4 kills on only 5 swings, and Wojciech Gajek just ripped that ball straight into the double block. The Beach are the first to the red zone, and this is some of the best volleyball we've seen when the ball's in play from the Beach all season long.
Kyle Steele calls timeout on the Jessup bench, second season head coach, leading both the men's volleyball and the women's volleyball programs at Jessup. Last year was the NCAA Coach of the Year. He wants to talk things over with his Warriors now. 20-10 Long Beach State in set one on 22 West Radio. Long Beach State, 7-1 scoring run as the Beach are hitting over 700 in this first set.
Beach have only finished 1 set hitting over 700 this season.
Skylar Varga serves again, hits the tape, and it's passed by Logan Marks. His brother sets it over to the right pin, and it's another roof for the Beach. Alex Kondev and Braden Marquardt move into the left side of the net, and they stuff it back into the floor.
And for Braden Marquardt, that's his 3rd block here in set number 1. The set was low, the block was high. The Beach are up by 11.
Skylar Varga serves again. Pass from Marks right up to Colin. He sets to the left side, and there's a cross-court kill for Jan Wopush, getting himself involved. Wopush is on the board with his first kill.
And it's rare that Wopush doesn't have a kill to this point in his set. He's the leader of this team in kills and points. Gonna need a big performance from the pole if the Warriors want to get back in this match.
Clement Osahan Jr. serving. Jessup trails by 10. Varga pass to Pizzanti. He goes right back to Varga from the back row. Skylar Varga swings and attacks on the combination set. It's another kill for Varga. He's got 5.
And this is looking like men against boys right now here in the pyramid. Skylar Varga detonates from behind the 10-foot line, and there's nobody on the Warriors side who wants a piece of that ball.
Beach are going to make their first sub of this first set. Connor Bloom coming in off the bench. There's the clap, 22-11. Bloom, the fifth-year Beach player, serves off the tape. It's passed by Wopush, set right back to him at the left pin. Tipped by the blockers, and Pisanti keeps it up. Varga, Deeks, goes to Gajek. There's a kill! Oh my goodness, Skylar Varga from the back row elevated like he was going to attack, then instead set it over to Gajek. He was right on the same page. Beach ahead by 12.
Wojciech Gajek got that ball to land closer to the net than the 10-foot line. What an angle shot from Wojciech Gajek. The Beach 2 points away now.
Not the first time Skylar Vargas pulled that move out this year. Bloom serves again. Set combo goes to Mueller from the back row, and he didn't find the line. Let's see if Jessup challenges this one. There was some hesitation up on the ladder, and there will be an immediate challenge issued.
Mueller thought he caught it. So did the Jessup side. The Beach immediately tried to get into the chair judge's ear, saying that one was well out. Either way this call goes, though, Long Beach State are playing with their food right now. This is not the same Jessup team that took a set off of Pepperdine and a set off of BYU and a set off of UC San Diego. They look a bit shell-shocked here in the pyramid, something that is not characteristic of this Jessup side that had so much success last year and has hung with the big boys so far this season. No matter how this call goes, this first set has not been Jessup's best as they're still hitting dead even. Expect them to come out with a new fire and a new energy in set two.
Last year was the first for Jessup with a men's volleyball program, and it was a great start. They won the NCCAA National Championship, and in that tournament over in Illinois, lost the first set that they played and won the last 12. They went 4-0 in that National Championship tournament. Really looked dominant before they moved up to Division I this year. It is a successful challenge, so Jessup gets the point. It's 23-12.
And right now, these points for both teams are all about stacking momentum. For the Beach, put Jessup away right here, right now. And for the Warriors, stack some points and some momentum heading into set two. You're down by 9. All you can do at this point is hope and pray for a miracle. And if it doesn't fall your way, do everything you can to get that momentum back on your side for the next 25 points.
Colin Marks to serve for Jessup, 12 serving 23 in set one. Marks flips it out in the air, hits the tape, low Kondev overpass back across the net. Set going for the right side. Mueller high off the blockers. Vargas sliding in, has the dig. Pisanti gets there, keeps it to Chris. Back row dugout by Jessup. Now cross court attack will go for a kill. Jan Wopush gets it. But Jake Pisanti walking over, maybe asking for a challenge from Long Beach State's head coach Nick McRae.
And McRae is asking the official, are we allowed to challenge an overreach on the rally, as Pisanti thought in his joust with Marks, it was Colin Marks reaching over the net, disrupting Pisanti. And McRae is simply asking whether or not he's allowed to whip out the challenge card here.
Jan Wopush just gave a very pronounced, come on, ref. Got some laughs from here in the pyramid. Not the biggest crowd that Long Beach State has had on hand this year tonight.
And McRae deciding not to challenge, let his boys play, still up by 10.
23-13, Long Beach State will let him play on. Colin Marks to serve again. Junior setter and the third member of the Marks family to play on this Jessup team. Hits it way out of bounds, not only off the court, off the Terraflex, and over almost clearing the sandbar.
That might be the farthest out serve we've seen all season.
It's set point number one for Long Beach State. The fans in the pyramid get up on their feet. Wojciech Gajek to serve. 24-13. Long Beach State 1 point away from a dominant set one win. Wojciech Gajek tosses it up, hits it over off the tape. It's dug out by Marks. Set quick to the middle, pushed over by Henning, but dug out by Varga. Larson steps in, gives it to Kondev, and he finds the back line. Alex Kondev puts an end to set one. It's all Long Beach State hitting well over 700 on their way to a 25-13 win.
And on set point, it was Neil Hurstanovich subbing in for the Beach. No true setter on the floor. The blocking sub doesn't have to do too much, as it's Larson pushing it to the outside. And Long Beach State finishes set one hitting 750. That is unreal. And it's a dominant victory, and no less than the number 2 team in the country deserves.
It's all Long Beach State through one set. 25-13, the Beach win set one. They'll try and keep it rolling in set two up next on 22 West Radio. Set 2 getting underway between Long Beach State and Jessup. And JayDe, dominance is an understatement through set 1.
Dominance really is an understatement. You're absolutely right, Bruce. Long Beach State hit 7-50. They tally 3 aces. Jessup scores 13 points in set 1, 6 of them off of service errors from Long Beach State. That score could have been a whole lot worse for the Warriors, but now that first set needs to be out of their minds. This is a Jessup team that can be competitive, and Long Beach has already let a few sets slip this season to competition that might have been better off leaving the Terraflex in 3. So this is a whole new second set here. Put set 1 behind both teams, and we're ready to go and start anew here in set 2.
16 kills on 20 swings for Long Beach State in set 1. It's Jake Bizanti who's been directing the offense to serve, opening up set 2. He gets it across, overpass, but kept on the side for Osahan. Sliding in, pancake dig for Larson. Back row sprawled out dig from Marks. Now trying to tool the block is Mueller, but it's kept up by Larson. Then go back to Varga, and he gets it through. Skylar Varga just got it through the blockers, and it lands underneath the net on the Jessup side. A crazy rally that time with a couple great digs, but the Beach wind up taking the point.
The longest rally we've seen to this point tonight, and it's Clement Oshahan Jr. up there at the net, making plays, extending that rally. He has been all over the floor here through the first set and start off the second. Some nice plays, even though Jessup don't get the point.
Jake Bizanti serves out of bounds, so it's 1-1 in set 2.
And Jessup want to have more success here in the second set. They got to start turning more to their stars. Osahan Jr. in that first set, only 2 kills. Their leading scorer, Jan Woshpush, only on the board with a single kill. Jessup not going to their bread and butter in set 1. They got to change that around here.
Mueller serves, Kondev pass, Bizanti underneath, back set going to the right side for Varga, off a blocker, it's dug out by Marks. Wopush steps in, goes to Knudsen, cross court attack is out of bounds. Tried to go for the right side line, but Knudsen overflew it, and the Beach are ahead 2-1.
Only 6 kills for Jessup to this point now, 4 attacking errors. And the Beach, the best serving team in the nation, will also look to continue to apply service pressure here in set 2. Already 3 aces for the number 2 team in the country.
Skylar Varga through much of the season has been the nation's leader in aces per set, now at number 2. This one's dug out by Wopush. Set going over to the left side, and it's going to be a net violation against Long Beach State. Wojciech Gajek, as he jumped up, tried to deny the attack and caught it pretty flush.
And it was Gajek and Marquardt, who probably both caught a piece of the tape there. A bit too eager with the triple block, trying to slam it straight down. That's what the Beach can't afford to do here in set 2, is get out of their own shoes, trying to make big plays.
Knudsen serves, Larson to the ground on a pass. Bizanti going for Gajek, and again, the net got caught pretty heavy, and it was by Wojciech. He went down in a heap underneath the net. Good to see him back up on his feet and okay. Looked like there was a collision underneath the net between Gajek and the blockers from Jessup.
Gajek also just timed his jump wrong. Jumped from an uncharacteristic spot way too close to the net, and as he came down, landed right on top of the wire. That's a painful one.
3-2 Jessup, and the serve from Knudsen way out of bounds. So they're tied 3-3 in set 2.
But even briefly here to start set 2, Jessup take their first lead of this match. And it's off of 2 uncharacteristic errors from the freshman opposite, off the swing and block.
5 swings so far in set 2 for Long Beach State, still without a kill. Braden Marquardt to serve for Long Beach State. GCU transfer, hits it on a cross, pass from the back row up to Marks. He sets up Knudsen from the back row, and he comes in for the kill. Went off the blockers and beyond the Long Beach back row.
And Long Beach 3 blocks as well in set 1. Jessup kept trying to hit it through the block. That time Knudsen gets smart, goes off of high hands, and gets a kill.
Clement Osahan Jr. to serve for Jessup. 4 serving 3 in set 2. Osahan flips it up with the right hand and hits it into the net with that same hand. It's 4-4.
Back-to-back times now to start off set 1. Jessup takes the lead and then immediately commit a service error. Long Beach also still looking for that first kill here. So we've already played 8 points in set 2.
Couple of mistakes so far in set 2 for Wojciech Gajek. Tries to make up from behind the service line. Knudsen low pass, but Marks gets there. Puts it up to a joust. And the point's going to go to Long Beach State. They call it double touch against Colin Marks as he moved out of bounds to set.
Colin Marks averaging just shy of 10 assists per set this season. Some of the best pure numbers in the NCAA. And that time got his hands all kinds of out of sorts, and the Beach are back in the lead.
Gajek serving again. Hits it over and just out of bounds. That was a close one there, but a good read in the back row from Jonas Mueller to get out of the way. 5-5 in set 2. This is the 8th service error of the night for Long Beach State. Colin Marks to serve for Jessup. White undershirt underneath the navy blue jersey. Kondev receives this one. Varga steps into set, goes back to Kondev. He hits it out of bounds. Tried to go off high hands with a triple block there, but went a little high.
And it gives Jessup another lead here in set number 2. Now the question is, can Colin Marks serve this one above the tape and inside the lines?
6-5 Jessup. Long Beach ahead 1-0. Marks serves into the net. The toss was clearly out in front of where he meant it to be, so I had to try and speed things up and misses the court. Six to 6 in set 2. Alex Kondev serving now for Long Beach State. Moved into the lead over Skylar Varga for aces per set. And there's one right on cue from Alex Kondev. Now the NCAA leader in aces per set, and he picks up another one here.
And Skylar Varga looking a little bit worse for wear on the floor right now, grabbing at his right hip for the last few points. Something to watch.
Roll serve from Kondev, received by Knudsen, moving out of bounds. Set goes over to the right side, and it's roofed down. Jackson Chris, the Big West leader in blocks, picks one up here. It was a telegraph set to Wapush. No chance to get it through the true freshman, Jackson Chris.
Chris and Varga combining the block, and as he comes down, Varga a few hula hoops, just trying to get that hip loose.
Kondev serves again. This time it's out of bounds. Missed it to the right side of the court. Jessup's back within 1.
Alex Kondev and Skylar Varga, really that 1-2 punch behind the service line for Long Beach State. And as a team now, Long Beach with 4 aces through 2 sets.
Jan Wopush serving for Jessup. Flips the ball out in front of him and hits the bottom half of the net. So Jessup has lost their rhythm from behind the service line. 6 service errors now on the night.
And 4 of them coming just in this second set. We've only played 16 points.
Jackson Chris to serve next for Long Beach State. Looking for his first ace tonight after he had 5 against Penn State. Hits it over. This one's received by Wopush. Set goes to the left side for Knudsen. Using an open hand, but they're going to call a net again against Long Beach State. Jake Pizzanti had the block, but caught a piece of it on his way down.
And again, it looked like both beach blockers caught the tape on their way down. Pizzanti saying, that one's on me. But Braden Marquardt also had his fingertips dangling on the wire. Long Beach block doing their best to seal, but getting a little bit too eager, reaching over the net. And if you're ever finding yourself on that wrong side of the wire, it's harder to bring those arms back down to your sides in time.
9-8 Long Beach State. Serve hit the tape. They go to Gayak. Overpass. Goes out of bounds off the dig. Wojciech Gayak has a kill from the right side. Wopush dug it out, but there was so much behind that swing from Gayak that his pass went all the way over the net and out of bounds.
Gayak 6 kills now on 9 swings.
Jake Pizzanti to serve next for Long Beach State. 10-8 in set 2. Pizzanti flips it out in front, hits across. It's passed by Logan Marks. Set over to the left side for Knudsen, and a triple block sends it back into the floor. No real chance to get that one through. Gayak, Marquardt, and Varga all shoulder to shoulder. It's another roof for Long Beach State.
Access denied by 6 hands across. Excellent work from the beach block. No signs of life from the Jessup attack yet here in set 2.
5 blocks for Long Beach State tonight. Set goes over to the right side this time for Mueller. It's low to the ground, and it's going to land on the Long Beach State side. He's able to tool the block right into the floor. Kellen Larson slid in to try and get there, but the ball hit the net on its way down, and Larson couldn't keep it up.
That's Mueller just being bigger in his freshman season. Native of Moyland, Germany.
11-9 Long Beach State. Mueller serves again. It's soft and passed it by Marquardt. Set goes to Gayak from the left side. He's blocked, but Kondev keeps it up. Now they go quick rip set to the middle, and Brayton Marquardt delivers. Second time's the charm for Long Beach State on that rally.
Pizzanti had 2 options there. It was either Marquardt in the middle or Skylar Varga on a D set as Wojciech Gayak, after applying the block, found himself on his backside. The Beach up to a 3-point lead.
Skylar Varga serving again. Beach ahead 12-9. Nice dig from Marks in the back row. They go to the left side for Knudsen. He tried to hit off high hands but missed it. So the attack goes out of bounds, and the Beach are ahead by 4.
Beach block that time pulled the rug, and for both of these offenses, it's been a quiet second set. More errors than kills combined between Long Beach State and Jessup.
Jessup makes a sub. Jacob Knudsen goes to the bench. Riley Petish into the game. Sophomore outside hitter, stands 6'5", transferred in from California Lutheran University.
Knudsen exits hitting -222.
Skylar Vargas serves again. Pass on the back row from Wopush. Set from Marks over to the right side. Mueller just did get it through the blockers. Lands at the feet of Braden Marquardt as he couldn't seal off the net in time.
Good work there from Jessup, working in system, trying to be stronger than the third best blocking team in the nation.
It's been a huge strength for Long Beach State so far this year. The blocking and the serving have gotten the Beach to that 12-2 record. Petish serves here. Pass from Larson. Pizzanti goes to the left side for Kondev. Hitting line, it's dug out by Mueller off a tip. Going over to the left side for Wopush. He's got the kill. Went off the Beach blockers and into the floor.
Excellent work from Wopush. He had the angle and he got the friendly touch. He's fired up, one of the real emotional leaders of this Jessup team, native of Poland. Big time kill.
Petish serves again. Pass from Larson. Pizzanti. They combo set and coming from the back row. Skylar Varga has the kill. That's one of the most visually satisfying plays that Long Beach State can run. Marquardt swung right through it, and then Varga emerged in his shadow to pick up the kill.
And no matter who's operating there in the front row, everybody on this Beach roster does so well, clearing the skies for Skylar Varga.
14-11. It was Varga's 7th kill already. Braden Marquardt to serve. Hits it on and out of bounds. Easy read that time for Jessup to let it go.
Marquardt's had a solid night, though, to this point. 3 kills on 4 swings, 1 ace, 4 blocks. He's a guy that's a part of this middle group for Long Beach State that's one of the deepest in the country. And his teammates say he's been putting in all kinds of work in the gym, waiting for these opportunities that come so rarely in the non-conference schedule.
Clement Osahan Jr. serves. Varga pass. They go to the middle. Jackson Christ, and he's got the kill. The set was a little low, but Chris able to put it off the blockers and then out of bounds. Long Beach State will enter the media timeout with a 15-12 lead.
And we're much closer here in set 2 than we were in set 1. It's not because of anything Jessup is doing particularly special. It's because Long Beach State's offense has gone cold, and Jessup haven't been able to capitalize at a few key junctures. Look for Long Beach to pull away on the other side of the timeout.
Long Beach hit 750 in set 1, down at 167 so far in set 2. They still lead by 3, 15-12 in the media timeout on 22 West Radio. Coming out of the media timeout, Long Beach making a sub to go into the setterless lineup that Coach McRae talked about during the last press conference after Penn State. They bring in Daniil Hershnovich at opposite, take Jake Pizzanti off the floor. Wojciech Gajek is serving. Once the Beach do their next rotation, they'll bring in Island Doty off the bench to set. But for now, no true setter on the floors. They prioritize the defense above the net. Wojciech Gajek serves across, pass from Wopush, set right back to the middle, Henning, but it's dug out in the back row by Larson. Set goes to the left side for Kondev, sliding in there, dug out by Mueller. They go back to Wopush, and he gets roofed down. That's exactly why they make the sub. Daniil Hershnovich and Jackson Christ both above the net for a double block.
Well, this is the jumbo package for the Beach. You get bigger at the net, you make it harder for the opponent to see anything above the tape. Jackson Christ, Daniil Hershnovich both sealing off the pins. And Wojciech Gajek can continue his run in service.
It was Gajek who set it up to Kondev during that last rally. Gajek serves into an overpass. Kondev first touch. Varga steps into set. Goes to Gajek from the back row, but he gets roofed down. It was a good set from Varga, but Jessup up above the net picks up a roof.
And it's Owen Henning who wheels away. He's not the tallest guy on the floor tonight. The middle blocker is just 6'2". The set from Varga, though, a little bit low. And that's a hard play to make if you're not a natural setter. Though Skylar Varga, despite playing outside, would beg to differ.
Island Doty subs in here. Vargas talked about that he used to play setter in the youth game up in Canada. Now plays outside with Long Beach State, but a versatile skill set nonetheless. Alex Kondev pass here. Doty sets it up to Hershinovic. Use an open hand to push it across, but it's dug out by Jessup. Back row attack gets dug out. Doty, quick set to the middle, and Jackson Chris comes through. Again, Island Doty just sets a line drive to the middle. When the Beach need a point, Jackson Chris is an easy guy to turn to.
And Danil Hershinovic is on the floor right now at opposite. Instead of Wojciech, he hasn't gotten a real amount of run time on the floor since the game at UCLA in this building over a month ago.
Alex Kondev roll serve, dug out by Wopush, set to the left side, and it's a kill for Mueller. Long Beach's block was just a shade late with Hershinovic and Chris moving across the net.
And Jessup is still very much within striking distance here in the middle third of set 2, only down by 3. This is where the service game becomes especially important for both teams.
Long Beach was in complete control throughout set 1. The set 2's been back and forth. 14 serving 17. Wopush serves across. Pass from Larson underneath Doty. Back set going for Hershinovic. He hits line and he's got a kill. That was a great set by Island Doty from almost all the way at the left pin, able to get it over to his opposite for a wide open swing.
And the Marks brothers got 2 touches on it on the Jessup side. Logan flew in and Colin got fingertips to it. Warriors just could not put it over with a third.
18-14 Long Beach State. Jackson Chris gives a high toss, serves it over. Pass from Wopush is a good one. Underneath Marks, goes to the middle. Henning dug out by Chris with one arm. Hershinovic pushes to the back corner, diving in. Wopush keeps it up, pushed back towards the middle of the floor, but it's a flubbed swing by Petish. Swung right through it, barely caught a piece of the ball, and it lands on the Jessup side.
Just a swing and a miss. Very hard to connect with a set that's coming from behind your head, from well off the floor. Once again, Jessup getting good touches to the ball, just not enough to get it back over the net in system and efficiently.
19-14, Long Beach State now ahead by 5. Kyle Steele will call timeout for Jessup.
Totally understandable to call a timeout here. Still down by 5. You don't want to let Long Beach get to the red zone with too much of a cushion. That red zone, the first team 220, only needing 5 more points to close the second set, has not been the best second set by any measure for Long Beach State. And for Jessup, they're doing their best to hang around. One team's got to make a push, that final push, to close out set number 2.
This matchup's moving fast. It's 19-14 Long Beach State in set 2 on 22 West Radio. Nineteen to 14, Long Beach State ahead of Jessup in set 2 and trying to close it out. Move up 2 sets to none.
There have been 6 times 4 lead changes here in the second set. Jessup still hitting below 100. Not a recipe for success this late in the set. Going into the break, we said somebody needed to make a run. Maybe it's Jackson Chris time to get on the board with his first ace of the night.
3 kills on 3 swings for Chris. Add 2 blocks to his line as well. He's been a great server so far in his true freshman season. Long Beach native flips it out, hits it over. It's an overpass back across the net. Varga at first touch, up to Doty. Set quick to the middle for Marquardt, and he's got the kill. Jackson Chris got him out of system. The overpass goes right to a kill for Long Beach State.
And it might not be an ace, but an overpass like that is just as good. Jessup 1 touch on the ball that the Beach recycle and feed the middle. Now it's Long Beach, 5 points away from a set 2 victory.
Chris dangles his tongue, hits it over and in. Jackson Chris hugs the line in the back right corner and finds the floor. It's 21-14.
How about that? Jessup fresh off the overpass. You can see that maybe they're a little bit hesitant with only 3 in the back row. Jackson Chris smells blood in the water and punishes.
7-point lead for the Beach, and now Chris tried to take a little off and serves it into the net.
Chris had him on the ropes there, just tried to get too cute with the roll serve. That's not really his specialty. And Jessup still not down and out of this second set yet.
21-15, Owen Henning to serve next for the Warriors. Jessup 6-7 overall this year, 0-4 in conference play. Pass from Kondev. Beaudry goes all the way across the court, but Skylar Varga missed the line. Went for the power angle shot, but was just a little strong.
Varga doesn't miss too often. Only the third time he hasn't found the floor on a swing tonight. Still 7 kills now on 10 swings. And a chance for the Warriors to start stacking some points behind the service line.
That power angle shot, one of Varga's specialties as well. Not often he misses that one. Henning serves again. Pass from Kondev. Beaudry quick to the middle.
Oh.
And Marquardt swings right down. Braden Marquardt has a ton of athleticism above the net, and he shows it off there.
And a little sonar laser radar beam straight down the line as the set was right at ear level for Braden Marquardt.
Long Beach makes a sub with their libero now. Dane Hillis into the game as Larson heads off. 22 serving 16. Daniil Hršanović rolls serve is down. Hršanović has his first ace of the night.
Hršanović recognizes there's a gap between the Warriors back row and where everybody's lined up along the 10-foot line. He lights the campfire, and the Beach are 2 points away from a set 2 victory.
23-16. Daniil Hršanović to serve again. Native of Toronto. Another roll serve. This time it's dug out by Wopush. They go quick to the middle, and Osahan Jr. has the kill. That was a great set by Colin Marks as he was falling to the ground.
And an even better swing by Osahan Jr., the Concordia transfer. If he's looking to stack some highlights tonight, that's going to be at the top of his list.
Mueller to serve for Jessup. 23-17, Long Beach State. Mueller hits it on a cross. Larson pass up to Doty. He sets quick to Marquardt again, and yet another kill it'll be for Braden Marquardt. Got into the game for a lot of run against Penn State. Now getting the start tonight and taking advantage. It's set point number 1 in set 2, 24-17. Long Beach State trying to move themselves onto the doorstep of a sweep.
And who better than Skylar Varga to ready himself behind the line.
Varga taps the ball on his left hip. Set point number 1, and he serves into the net. Jessup still alive at 24-18.
One more note on Braden Marquardt. 6 kills on 7 swings. He's hitting .857. To this point in the season, coming in tonight, he's hitting .800. And he's on the floor here as Long Beach now face down set point number 2.
Radley Pettis serving for Jessup. Pass from Kondev. Doty underneath. Back set to Hršanović. He hits to the back row. Pass all the way out of bounds, but kept alive momentarily, but it's not going to get back over. The pass from Logan Marks to the outside of the antenna. Wopush couldn't keep it in. Long Beach State wins set 2, 25-18, and they're ahead 2 sets to none.
Some different looks for the Beach as Daniil Hršanović subs into the game. Island Doty gets to run the offense, but it's the same result. Long Beach takes set 2, and now the broom closet has been cracked open for the number 2 team in the country.
25-13 in set 1, 25-18 in set 2. Long Beach switches benches again, and they'll try and close out a sweep up next on 22 West Radio. been all Long Beach State through 2 sets and one of their final 2 non-conference games of the year. It's back-to-back matches against Jessup this weekend, and the Beach are ahead 2-0 here in this one.
Yeah, it'll be Jessup tomorrow night, and then next week Hawaii comes to the Pyramid to kick off Big West Conference play. We've been saying it on these broadcasts for what feels like weeks now. Those are the 2 matches everybody in Long Beach has circled on their calendar. Always a good time when the Rainbow Warriors come to town. But the task here tonight, take care of these Warriors in set 3.
2-0, Long Beach State ahead. They won set 1 25-13, set 2 25-18. Long Beach had their attack slowed down a little bit in that second set, but still hitting 512 on the night.
It was Long Beach hitting 286 in set 2 to Jessup's 059. It's not that Long Beach were incredible, it's that Jessup hit worse and were disrupted more by the Long Beach defense. Look for Long Beach to try to recover and get back to the heights they reached in set 1 where they hit 750. It was unreal to watch those first 25 points. It feels like there was a bit of a dip in the energy in this building for set 2. Long Beach certainly capable of upping the intensity and the level here in set 3.
6 aces and 6 blocks as well for Long Beach State. Jessup will serve to open up set 3. Colin Marks, the junior setter, back behind the line. Last year was the main setter for Concordia Irvine. Now transfers in to Jessup. Serves this one across. Pass from Larson up to Pizzanti. He sets a combo for Alex Kondev. Marquardt swings through it. Alex Kondev emerges and picks up the kill. A high-powered start to set 3.
A little Kondev kaboom coming from the back row. That was incredible. A bouncer into the 4th row of the stands, back in the mostly empty sand pit tonight.
Jake Pizzanti to serve off his assist. Waits for his time and then hits it across. Pass from Mueller. Back set right back to him from the right pin. And Mueller gets it through the arms of Skylar Varga. It's a kill, and we're tied 1-1.
Varga taps his head as the kill rattles his cage. Something to note as well, a change in the liberos. Dane Hillis started set number 3. He's on the bench now, replaced by Kellen Larson in the back row for serve receive.
Jonas Mueller serves. Larson pass to Pizzanti. It's another combo set for Kondev, but he went underneath the net and broke the plane.
And the question is whether or not the ball hit the ground before Alex Kondev broke the plane. Kondev saying he held himself in the air just long enough. And without the aid of replay, without the aid of an ESPN broadcast tonight, Nick McRae in conversation with the officials, deciding whether or not to trust his man on the floor and use his first challenge.
Cameras are still set up, so Long Beach can challenge despite no ESPN Plus broadcast tonight.
Most of the time we're able to be privileged with a replay on the big Jumbotron and make the call for ourselves. This one is awfully close, though.
Long Beach discussing whether they'll challenge, and it doesn't look like Nick McRae is going to issue a challenge. Indeed, they won't. So it's 2-1 Jessup in set 3. Jonas Mueller to serve again, freshman out of Germany. Hits it across, pass from Larson as he went to the ground. Back row set from Pizzanti. Gayak, left side, swinging over 3 blockers. Goes out of bounds off a tip. That's a good example there of the athleticism of Wojciech Gayak. The 3 blockers were all right in the right spot, but Gayak just jumped higher.
And Gayak taken out of the fray to close out set number 2. He's back now. He's back with a bang. His 7th kill of the night.
Skylar Varga to serve next for Long Beach State. 2-2. Varga hits it over and out of bounds. Hasn't yet found his rhythm again from behind the service line after it was a torrid start to the season in service for Skylar Varga. Another error there as he is still aceless tonight.
Rare to say that for Skylar Varga at any point this season.
Owen Henning serves. Pass from Kondev right on the 10-foot line. Set goes back to Kondev. He tips it across softly. Now a scramble from Jessup. Free ball is going to get back across the net. Larson pass to Pizzanti. He goes back to Kondev, and this time it's a kill. Swings with power right off the blockers and out of bounds.
Well, Kondev tried to get cute the first time. The second swing, no nonsense from the Bulgarian. He's higher than the double block. He swings down, gets a touch, and it's into the scorer's table. The Beach tie up this 3rd set once again.
3-3 in the 3rd set. The Beach hitting an even 500 tonight. 29 kills on 46 attacks. Braden Marquardt serves. Low across the net, pass from Wopush. It goes back to him, but it's dug out by Skylar Varga. Pizzanti going for Gajek, who tools the block out of bounds. The set was a little close to the net. Gajek had to elevate and use those long arms to push it off the blockers. That's a great play by the true freshman.
It's a Statue of Liberty kind of kill from the pole. Elevates and just with his fingertips pushes it off the Jessup block that has not had too much success tonight.
Braden Marquardt to serve for Long Beach State. Dips into his toss, hits it across and hits the tape. Set goes quick to the middle block, and Jessup is able to get it back across. Varga overhead pass, Pizzanti quick to Christ, and he brings the hammer down. Jackson Christ with another big swing out of the middle as he's got his 4th kill.
Jackson Christ dips his head and whips his arm all the way around to get that kill straight down into the Terraflex, put everything he had into that swing. Now Long Beach break into the lead once again here in set 3.
Christ is a 2nd-generation Beach men's volleyball player. He's had a great start to his freshman season. Braden Marquardt serves again. The other middle blocker hits it out of bounds. Still a good trip behind the service line. Beach are ahead by 1.
The Beach will take these little runs all night long. 3 straight points there. They had a few brief 4-0 runs in the first 2 sets. Anything to build out that lead early and often gives Long Beach a chance to get ahead early here in set 3.
Riley Pettish serves. Varga pass to Pizzanti. Back set going for Gajek, but he gets roofed down. A solo block. Jan Wopush. What a stuff that was. Just one-on-one with Gajek, and it's Wopush who wins the matchup.
And Wopush is not having his best night swinging at the ball, but that time gets the block and then pounds the floor with one hand in celebration. Big time from the Warriors.
Couple of Polish natives going head-to-head. Here's a set. Quick to Christ again, and that was a great one from Jake Pizzanti. Had to elevate above the net to keep it on the Beach side. Jackson Christ has 5 swings tonight, and they've all been kills.
One of the best pure hitting performances of Jackson Christ's young career.
Wojciech Gajek to serve. 6 serving 5 in set 3. It just gets denied by the top of the net. 16 service errors now on the night for Long Beach State.
And that's one thing Nick McRae will point to in the box score after this one finishes, the amount of service errors. 16 errors against a team like Jessup. Long Beach can deal with it, but 16 errors against a team like Hawaii, that makes the match a whole lot tougher.
Jan Wopush to serve. 6'7" pole. Roll serve across, passed by Chris. Back set, going for Gajek. He hits line and hits it 69 miles an hour on the gun before finding the back right corner. That was a big swing from Wojciech Gajek.
That is unreal from Wojciech Gajek, and it feels like I'm a record on repeat saying that tonight, but he has unloaded a few times down the line like he hasn't at any point so far this season.
Alex Kondev gets it over despite an errant toss. Left side they go to Mueller. Overhead pass from Gajek. Pizzanti going for Varga. He swims above the net and uses the left hand again. 2nd time Varga's gone to that move tonight. The set was close to the net, but he still gets a kill.
Do we even know what hand Skylar Varga pushed that ball across with? I don't think so. Faked with the right, went up with the left. I think he touched it back over with the right. That is a crazy play from the Canadian.
Magician above the net. Kondev, bigger swing this time, but Wopush passes it up to the net. Set to the left side for Mueller. Off a block. Nice dig from Kondev with one arm. Varga pushes it across. Back on the attack. Jessup goes to Mueller again. Popped up from the blockers, and Gajek digs it out. Pizzanti sets up Kondev from the back row, and he delivers. Coming right down the pipe, Alex Kondev has another kill, and the Beach are ahead by 3.
And it was a scramble up at the net for the Beach. Jackson Christ and Skylar Varga both parted like the Red Sea, so Alex Kondev could come from the back row. Excellent vision from Jake Pizzanti as well.
Now quick serve from Kondev, but Mueller gets it up, and Skylar Varga has a block. Colin Marks tried to dink across on the 2nd touch, and Varga read it like a book.
And Varga, with a little ode to Jan Wopush, goes into the huddle, then smacks the ground with one hand, just like the pole did on the other side of the net. Long Beach now starting to have a little bit of fun here in set 3. Only a 4-point lead, though, for the number 2 team in the country.
10 serving 6. Alex Kondev on a 4-point run. Hits it over again. It's dug out by Logan Marks. Set to the middle, and it's another roof. Jackson Christ and Skylar Varga shoulder to shoulder deny the attack from Osahan Jr. Long Beach well in control now at 11-6.
Jessup has changed out their setter. It was Riley Crane getting it up to the middle that time, the senior setter, and Roberts Wesleyan transfer.
Kondev serves again. This time it's out of bounds. Toss was out in front of him and couldn't quite catch up to it. Long Beach brings Kellen Larson back on the floor as the libero. Dane Hillis goes off, and they'll also make a sub with Alex Kondev going to the bench, Connor Bloom into the game.
Connor Bloom very capable at outside. He was able to replace Alex Kondev against Penn State and did well in his stead. 2 kills on the night.
7 serving 11. Clement Osahan Jr. serves out of bounds. Missed it to the left, so an easy read for Long Beach State. It's 12-7, and Jackson Christ will serve next.
Long Beach off the back of a brief 5-0 run, now up to a 4-point lead, and then a 5-point lead after that last point, continuing to stack points here early in set 3.
5-point lead for the Beach. Christ hits it across. Pass from Wopush right up to the net, set to the left side, and it's dug out by Christ. Pizzanti going for Varga. He hits line and just does find it. Back line attack for Skylar Varga, just lands down. It's his 9th kill. He's tied for the Beach lead with Gayak.
Skylar Varga with the Elisa Gee special, turning the hips towards the corner and then swinging above his head. And Peyton the Coffin corner right down the line.
13 serving 7. Christ hits it out of bounds, missed to the right. Jessup's back within 5.
65 off the arm of Jackson Christ that time and well wide as Jessup continuing to try to find a solution at the setter's position. Riley Green back to the bench. Not too much success during his time on the floor. No assist to speak of.
Colin Marks subs back in to serve and operate the offense. Warriors behind by 5. Marks serves across. Larson, good pass to Pizzanti. Set to the left side. Varga gets blocked, but Bloom keeps it up. Now Varga pushes across on 2. Marks sets quick to the middle, and Henning has a kill. Larson went down to the ground, tried to go for an overhead pass, but it went off him and out of bounds.
Both teams look a little out of sorts right now, and it might be because we're moving forward into set 3. Long Beach feels in control. It feels like Jessup and Long Beach State both playing a bit complacent at the moment, starting to get a little bit sloppy on both ends of the net.
Colin Marks to serve again for Jessup. Pass from Varga. Pizzanti quick to the middle for Marquardt. He deposits it right off the face of Colin Marks and out of bounds. That was another big-time swing from Braden Marquardt. He goes underneath the net to apologize, but everybody appears to be okay.
And when you're struggling for consistency, go and feed the middle. Logan Marks comes away from that play, and his face is red. Braden Marquardt headhunting without mercy above the net.
14-9 Long Beach State. Jake Pizzanti hesitates, now serves across. Pass from Mueller, right back to him on the right side, popped off of Varga and out of bounds. Varga couldn't quite seal it off, and it's a kill for Jonas Mueller.
And Dane Hillis, who dove into the Long Beach bench, gets a few high fives. He's okay. Kellen Larson replaces him now in serve receive.
14-10 Long Beach State. Jonas Mueller serving for Jessup. Float serve across, Pizzanti at the net, combo set going for Bloom, and it goes back across the net on the second touch. Jessup thought the play was over. They go to the left side, and Wojciech Gayak uses 2 hands to dunk it down. Long Beach had a couple chances there where they almost had the point. Wojciech Gayak finishes it off. We'll go into the media timeout, 15-10 Long Beach State.
And Wojciech Gayak picking up another kill. He's in double digits and hitting 400. Long Beach now looks in set 3 like they're playing with their food. They need to close it out, just 10 points separate the Beach from another sweep and a move to their 13th win of the season.
Long Beach State trying to finish this one off efficiently. It's 15-10, 10 points from a sweep on 22 West Radio. (15-10), Long Beach State 10 points away from a sweep. Skylar Varga to serve out of the timeout. Hits it right off the tape, but it's dug out in the back row. Marks backs that going to the right side. One-arm dig from Dane Hillis. Varga pushes it up towards Bloom. He attacks and has a kill. Deflects off of Mueller and into the crowd. That was a great set from Varga right at the back line.
And a great run from Connor Bloom. He stayed beyond the boundary before the set was in the air, and as soon as he sees it's coming his way, he attacks it with such ferocity above the net. But Jessup's block and back row stood no chance.
16 serving 10. Varga hits it off the tape, sliding in there. A good dig from Henning. Go to the left side, and there's a kill for Jan Wopush. Skylar Varga caught a piece of it despite the fact he was standing on the back line. That definitely would have been out of bounds. So a dismayed look on Varga's face as he knows he let one go there.
And still no aces for Skylar Varga tonight. He has not gone 2 matches this season without an ace. Something to watch as the Beach are 9 points away from a sweep.
Owen Henning serving for Jessup. Pass from Bloom. Pizzanti right back to Bloom on the left side. He swings off the blocker and out of bounds. Only one blocker above the net was Pettish. Couldn't seal it before Bloom picked up the kill. And now Long Beach State will make a sub. Isaiah Pruitt coming into the game. Started this season on the bench with an injury and has sporadic playing time since he got back. But Pruitt started the national championship game last year against UCLA. He's in to serve, 17-11. Pruitt hits it across and out of bounds.
Trademark float serve from Isaiah Pruitt. That's how he was able to end the match on the road against Concordia. His time on the floor will be brief. He's replacing Braden Marquardt at middle blocker 2. So Kellen Larson returns in serve receive, but we might get to see a little bit more of Isaiah Pruitt, who has been looking to emerge in his sophomore season later on in set 3.
17-12, and it's a service error right back from Jessup. Riley Pettish couldn't find the back line. 18-12, and now Wojciech Gajak will serve. Beach make another sub with Daniil Hershinovic coming in off the bench. So this once again is the no setter lineup for Long Beach State. Island Doty will be ready to come in the next rotation, but for now, no true setter on the floor. Dana Hillis is the libero for Long Beach State. Wojciech Gajak serves across. It's dug out in the back row. Underneath, Marks sets over to the right side for Pettish. He hits line but missed it. No touch from Long Beach State's blockers, and a good read from Dane Hillis as he was diving to his left to pull his arms out of there.
Excellent read from Hillis. Jessup just wants to make sure that ball didn't catch a piece of the line. Daniil Hershinovic getting more run here as a blocking sub. Came into this season off the back of a lower body injury that kept him out of the national championship game against UCLA, kept him out of all volleyball activities for about a month before the season, where he really had to shut everything down. And alongside Wojciech Gajak, it's Daniil Hershinovic who makes up what Nick McRae calls the world's best two-headed dragon at opposite, and one of the best opposite pairings this program has ever seen. They're both getting to share the floor now in set 3.
It is going to be a successful challenge for Jessup. Long Beach State in their huddle was drawing a circle on the floor where they thought the ball landed, but looks like it did just catch a piece of the line. So Long Beach now will make that sub. Wojciech Gajak will go to the bench, so Daniil Hershinovic remains in the game. Island Doty subs into set.
Doty 5 sets that were successful in set 2. He's got 5 assists on his line. And now a rotated back row for the Beach from right to left. Doty, Bloom, Larson, Varga.
Jan Wopush serving for Jessup. 13 to serve 18. Wopush hits across, pass from Bloom high in the air to Doty. He goes quick to the middle for Christ, gets blocked. Larson steps in, Hershinovic swinging left side, gets blocked again, but Varga keeps it up. Doty goes to Christ again. If it doesn't work the first time, go back to Jackson Christ and he'll deliver. It's 19-13 Beach.
Jackson Christ have an outstanding night tonight. 6 kills now on 7 swings, both him and Braden Marquardt hitting above 850 on the night.
Connor Bloom to serve now, gives the Bloom thunderclap. Flips the ball out in front. One arm pass from Wopush back across the net. Hershinovic first touch. They go right back to him. And Daniil Hershinovic has a kill. Caught a piece of the blockers before careening to the floor. It's kill number 2 for Daniil Hershinovic tonight.
That was a tight window for Island Doty to set to, as Daniil Hershinovic was less than 2 feet away from him. Jessup's block, though, has not had much success tonight. As a team, the Warriors with only 3 to Long Beach's 8. And even when Doty and Hershinovic are shoulder to shoulder, Beach find a way to come away with a kill, and they're the first to the red zone for the 3rd time tonight.
20-13 Long Beach State. We'll keep it here in the pyramid as this game could be wrapping down. Long Beach 5 points away from a sweep. They'll play Jessup again tomorrow night to close out back-to-back matchups against the Warriors, and then the calendar flips to the games that really matter. Conference play the rest of the season for Long Beach State after these two, starting with Hawaii back-to-back games next weekend.
And after Hawaii, there'll be home-and-home series for the rest of conference play against CSUN, UC San Diego, UC Santa Barbara, and UC Irvine. This is the crucial stretch of games for Long Beach State where every single one matters and every single game is going to be against a ranked opponent. Yes, the Big West is not really as deep as it has been in years past, but every team is capable of making noise from top to bottom, and that's no truer for a team like Hawaii, like CSUN, the first few opponents of the Big West schedule for Long Beach State.
Long Beach going to make a sub coming out of the timeout. Skylar Varga will likely have an early end to his night. He'll sub out with Miles Jordan, the true freshman out of Houston, Texas, coming onto the floor. Jordan has had some time so far this year, has tallied 6 kills on 2 separate occasions, once against Central State and once against Concordia Irvine. Connor Bloom claps the volleyball again, and we're ready to go. 20-13 in set 3. Bloom serves across, overpass, goes to Jordan. It just gets across off the arm of Christ. Set to the right side, the setter, Marks, swings over, but it's dug out by the beach. Now, quick set to the middle for Christ. Jessup scrambling again, and Mueller gets it across. Back row, Bloom swinging inbounds. It just did find the back line in a chaotic rally that time. Neither team in system, but Connor Bloom gets the kill before he'll serve again.
The only starter on the floor right now for Long Beach State is Jackson Christ, and Miles Jordan was all over the place on that rally. Missed his blocking assignment, missed his offensive assignment. Neil Hurstinovich, the veteran presence right now, telling the freshman to just calm down and settle in.
21-13, and Bloom serves into the net. Jessup back within 7. Kellen Larson comes back onto the floor with Dane Hillis heading off. And Jessup will make a sub as well. Clement Osahan Jr. subbing out for the first time in this matchup. Rafe Fraze, freshman outside in to serve for the Warriors.
Fraze, a native of Edmond, Oklahoma. Appeared in just 18 sets so far this season.
14 serving 21 in set 3. Fraze hits across, pass from Larson up to Doty. He sets to the left side. Miles Jordan gets dug out by Wopush. Left side attack from Mueller. Larson digs it out. They go to Hurstinovich on the right side. Pushed across, and somebody caught the net. It was Jessup as they came down from the block. I think it was Mueller who caught it. So Long Beach State wins the point, and they've got 22 now.
Another change coming. Larson to the bench. Isaiah Pruitt back into the fray for Long Beach State. Jessup also making changes here as they're going to want Clement Osahan Jr. into the game to provide some stability in the middle.
And I think there's going to be a challenge coming in from Jessup as well. Indeed, they're challenging that last play to say that Long Beach touched the net first.
And you saw that Mueller kind of wheeled away after the call was made as if to say, oh, really? It was me touching the net? So he obviously has his protests, and Kyle Steele still has all 3 challenges in his pocket, having been successful once tonight already.
22-14, the scoreboard currently shows. Jessup challenging the call to see if they can get an overturn. Either way, Long Beach looks like they're on their way to a victory. The Beach have won 3 straight games before this one after losing at UCLA. And still on the schedule, the only 2 losses for Long Beach State have been the 2 games against number 1 UCLA. A lot of these games here through the non-conference schedule since those matchups against UCLA have been Long Beach with their pedal to the metal, trying their best to improve what they can, knowing that there's a good chance they'll face UCLA again later in the year at the national championships.
Everything for this team is being practiced and played with the end in mind, and that is a national championship.
Challenge was unsuccessful, so Long Beach kept the point, and then Jackson Christ serves into the net. Scores 22-15 as Jessup goes back to serve. Kellen Larson back on the floor. Instead, it's Jackson Christ that heads off, so Isaiah Pruitt stays out there. Colin Marks serving for Jessup. Flips the ball up in the air and hits it out of bounds. 23-15 now, Long Beach 2 points away from a sweep.
Well, we might only get to see this for a few points, but now there is no starters from tonight's starting 6 on the floor for Long Beach State. It's Pruitt, Doty, Jordan, Hillis, Bloom, and Hurstinovich back to serve.
It's Daniil tossing it up and hitting over and inbounds. An ace for Daniil Hurstinovich, his first of the night, and that makes it match point number 1, 24-15. Long Beach trying to close out a dominant game against Jessup in the first half of a back-to-back.
Second ace of the night for the Canadian. It's not often a team can step in with a whole new starting 6 to close out a match.
Set point, or match point number 1, roll serve, dug out by Jessup. They go to the middle, and Henning has a kill. It was a slower set that Henning hesitated before finally pushing over. 24-16, still match point for Long Beach State. Back to serve is Jonas Mueller, the freshman. Has had a solid performance, but it's match point number 2 for the Beach. Roll serve, dug out by Larson. Doty sets over to the left side. Jordan swim move, and he pushes it down with the left hand for the kill. The freshman pulls out the Skylar Varga move to end the match. Long Beach wins set 3, 25-16, and sweeps Jessup.
And you heard from the Long Beach bench, run the middle. They wanted the set to go to Isaiah Pruitt, but Miles Jordan will do just fine. Long Beach able to flex their depth in a big way tonight and complete the sweep against Jessup. It wasn't pretty from start to finish. The Warriors weren't as disruptive as we thought they might be, but Long Beach in 3 sets hit 750, 227, and then 630 to slam the door on Jessup. Good news for the Warriors, though. They get another shot at the number 2 team in the country tomorrow night.
Long Beach took care of business in this one. Wojciech Gajek finishes with 10 kills, Skylar Varga with 9, and then through the rest of the score sheet, Braden Marquardt with 7 kills and 4 blocks. Jackson Chris with 6 kills and 4 blocks on his line. Jake Bazanti with an even 30 assists for Long Beach State. Numbers look good all the way down the stat sheet as they take it in 3.
Only stat that really kind of sticks out like a sore thumb for Long Beach State tonight is 20 service errors. Jessup unable to create too much in their own offense, hitting just 157 on the night. There are still things to clean up for Long Beach State heading into the second half of this back-to-back. It was not perfect, but it was really, really good from Nick McRae's men tonight.
That'll do it for us here at the Pyramid. For JayDe Beaudry next to me, Alex Prado on the board in the studio, and the rest of our 22 West Sports crew. I'm Bruce Kuntz, and this has been National Champion Long Beach State Men's Volleyball on 22 West Radio, broadcasting live at 88.1 FM KKJZ HD3 Long Beach. We'll have 2 broadcasts on the air tomorrow with Dirtbags Baseball against Hawaii at 6 o'clock and another Beach Men's Volleyball rematch versus Jessup at 7. On the online stream, if that's where you're listening, it'll be Dirtbags Baseball that'll be there. If you want to find the men's volleyball game, go to our YouTube at 22 West Sports, and you'll find both games on there as well. Hope you tune in tomorrow, and thanks for listening tonight. Long Beach State sweeps Jessup.